Yo, what's good, guys? This is Theo here. So I have tutorialspoint.com, a pretty awesome website. So this is the Java implementation of a hash table. And a hash table basically is like a dictionary. And I've done a video on JavaScript building out a dictionary, but I thought I would actually build or implement a hash table in JavaScript and sort of make some of these methods clear, contains key, contains value, and we'll just implement it, guys. So I have JS bin up here. I'm going to create a hash table by using this object constructor, and it's going to have two properties. It's going to have a size of 0 for now, and it's going to have a data store, and I'm going to initialize that to be an empty object. And so actually to create our hash table, I'm going to do var hash table, or we'll just do var hash table is equal to a new hash table. Okay, and so now I want to actually build out some methods on this prototype. So the first one we want to implement is clear. Okay, so kind of strange because we haven't added anything to it. Let's go ahead and try it out. So I'm going to access the prototype of our hash table, and I'm going to write a method called clear is a function, and all this is going to do is we're going to set this dot data store to be equal to the empty object again. Let's just go ahead and return this dot data store. We also want to make the size 0 again. So we'll see what that looks like. Our next method, clone, returns a duplicate. We're not going to look at that with JavaScript. So next up is contains. So let's build out that. So we're going to do hash table dot prototype dot contains. It's going to be a function, and this is going to take in a key. And first we're going to check if this dot data store dot has own property, and we're going to pass in the key. Then we're just going to return true. Else, let's go ahead and return false. Next up, what we want to do is let's see, contains enumeration, returns enumeration of the values contained in the hash table. Okay, so let's enumerate. So let's build out that method. I'm going to build it out right here. Hash table dot prototype dot enumerate. That's going to be a function, right? And what we're going to do here is we're going to do for var element in this. Let's just console.log. Let's console.log the element. See what we get back. That'll enumerate. Is empty. Pretty simple one to build out. Hash table dot prototype dot is empty. It's going to be a function, and all we're going to do is we're just going to write a ternary operator. Dot size is greater than 0. It's going to be false, otherwise true. Okay, so we've got that. We want to enumerate the keys. Well, we already did an enumeration, so that's fine. We want to put, so we're going to add on to our hash table. So let me implement that. Hash table.prototype.put. It's going to be a function that's going to take in a key and a value. And first we're going to check if this dot has, if this dot data store, I need to change the enumerate real quick, dot data store dot has own property of key. We're going to go ahead and throw a new error. Hash table cannot contain duplicates. Otherwise, we're going to say this dot data store of key is equal to the value. And let's go ahead and return this dot data store. But we need to do one more thing. We're going to set this dot size to be plus equal to 1. Okay, and let me change one more thing. For var element in this dot data store. Okay, let's console.log the element, or we can actually console.log this dot data store of elements. We're going to get the value. We can do element plus this dot data store plus like that. remove. We want to remove a element. So let's do that. So we'll do hash table dot prototype dot remove is a function. This is just going to take in a key, and what we're going to do is we're going to say if this dot data store dot has own property of key. Let's go ahead and delete this dot data store key, and let's decrease the size. Let's go ahead and return this dot data store. And finally, we're going to have the size in toString. So let's go ahead and do hash table dot prototype dot size is a function, and it's just going to return this dot size. And then we want our toString method, hash table dot prototype dot toString is a function. And what do we want to do here? Returns the string equivalent of a hash table. So we're just going to do return this dot data store dot toString. Or because this is actually a method already, let's just do this. Return string of this dot data store. Okay, so I think I've implemented all of our methods in our hash table. So let's go ahead and try. We'll do hash table dot put. We'll do color red. And let's actually make sure this is working. So I'm going to log these out. Okay, so looks like this one works. Let me get rid of the, what do I want to get rid of? Let's get rid of console. Okay, so put color in red, so we have that. So now if we try and insert that again, we should get an error thrown. There we go. We want bike in blue. All right. So maybe we need to add some more validation on there, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and try. Let me get rid of these logs now. That's kind of annoying. Let's try our remove method. Console.log ht.remove, and we're going to remove the color. Okay, so now we have just the bike, but if we try and remove bike, now we just have the color. Okay, so that works. Let me comment that out. Let's do console.log hash table.isEmpty. We get a false. But if we comment these out right here, then we get a true. Okay. Let's get the size. And what is this telling me? Hash table.size is not a function. Dot prototype dot get. Maybe I need to rename it. Get size. Get size. There we go. All right. So it's 1, but if we move that, it comes back to 2. Let's try contains, and we just want to pass it this key of bike. And let's see. Function key, if this dot data store has an own property of key, well, we remove the bike, so that's correct. Let's try color, and we got true. All right, so that works. Let's try clear and see what that gives us. So now we get, we just get this. Let's just return this dot size. So we get 0 at that point. Enumerate. Let's try enumerating over our hash table. Enumerate. And so here we just get a color red. Let's just return this dot data store. So yeah, that's all we're getting. We're getting color and red. So we're getting all our values. Similarly, if I brought that back, we're getting everything. So that method works. And so yeah, guys, we've implemented everything. Let me try our toString method. Hash table.toString. What does that give us? That gives us an object. So not necessarily what we want, but I think it's kind of trying to override this method. So let's try and let's just do this then. Let's do for var d and this dot data store. Let's just console.log d plus this dot data store of d, and let's just return this dot data store. All right, there we go. And again, if you call toString on it, you're going to get an object to object. Okay, so pretty quick implementation of a hash table, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and please subscribe and support the channel. It means a lot. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.